him.
Eddie,
No.
Eddie.
No.
Eddie.
No.
Eddie
No.
doesn't want to play this game. It's because he doesn't fit in as easily.
Neither one of y'all fit in easy.
I fit in way
so
easy.
weird.
Somebody hit me with that music.
It's so stupid, but I'm entertained.
With it. That's why I'm mad with it. With it. With it. That's why I'm mad with it. Straight out the trap with it. Whatever you want, whatever you need, it's on tab. Get it. That's why I'm mad with it. That's why I'm mad with it. That's where I'm at. Okay, you chasing clout? Oh no way, your shit turn.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's the Ima Get In Trouble podcast. Your boy Eddie Liles. Yo, that music kicked out way too fast, and I was definitely eating.
I didn't realize we could go early, earlier, because before they were just giving us a hard time. You can't start early.
You fuck nuts with doing the whole mask thing, so I just started, but I wasn't thinking.
What are you guys talking about? Hey ho!
Yo, whatever.
When I come, it's
Terrance
on time.
G is in the building. Terrance G is in the building. Loy Lee is in the building.
Speaking of coming early, yeet, skeet.
Y'all dumb as shit. Dumb as shit. I really don't get what the fuck just happened.
I don't understand why you're so exclusionary right now, Eddie. Like, we just had a really funny. This is good. Especially being able to find the sweet spot.
I'm about to order sushi. Fuck nuts. I'm not dealing with you guys.
For the people out there that can't see what's going on, based on the little three-way split screen, Loy and I are kind of mashing our faces together, and Eddie just doesn't want to play. He just wants to sit over there with his big, chunky, bald head and not see what he'd look like if he, had a better looking half of his face. It's ridiculous.
No, my face is perfect, bro. I think my face is. I have a great face, bro, and I'm doing no shave winter, so that was a really good face.
It works for you. Yeah. We'll definitely say that. It works for you.
I got a question, Eddie.
What?
When you shave your head, it's a Bic razor that you shave it with?
Fuck no.
What do you shave it with?
A Gillette. What do you? Oh, you started shaving now? You gonna start shaving your head?
No. I did it once.
Did you just say
I did a 5-blade? The Gillette, whatever. What the fuck are they called? I don't know what the fuck they're called.
He said Gillette.
You're laughing, but I don't know what the fuck it's called, dickhead. Like
Gillette, the best a man can get. Like that was the whole damn thing.
The
like
joint
Gillette
with the G.
Stadium.
Yeah. Hey, my guys.
What is going on today?
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Don't give a fuck. Listen, no, fucking
You just shave with a
the 5 one. Yeah, okay. with a straight, like with a razor, not a straight razor. I'm sorry, with the 5-blade.
Yeah.
But and then it gets real close. As long as you, excuse me, the best way to put this is you got to shave every 2 days. If you don't, not that it becomes difficult, but that what I found out the hard way from endless yelling, it just shoots everywhere. It's not like so you know how all right, when you shave. You would think it's just going with the shape with the razor, and then when you take a shower, you would think it would just fall down and no, it goes all over, it just shoots everywhere.
Oh, I see.
You know what I'm saying? Your hair particles just start flying.
I fucked up the back of my head. It looks like I just went to the Hell in a Cell with Mick Foley, 3 rounds. It's
For real?
Fucked in the back.
Oh, dude, you cut yourself good, huh?
Tough.
Oh my god, it looks like.
Did you cut yourself up?
Oh my god!
You use the Bic razor?
I use a straight razor. I only own straight razors.
Dude. Loy. I don't know.
Denzel Washington glory. That's what it looks like.
No, I understand that the Chinese culture and tradition goes back, thousands of years in dynasties. My guy,
Jesus Christ, what the fuck?
Dynastic razor,
Yeah, straight razors are only for your face, bro, not your head. I'm being so serious, bro.
No. Oh, I know this. This is fine, right? This is fine.
Yeah, let me see the back. Let me see the back.
Nope. I am not gonna get CPS called on me.
Yo, let me see the back, bro.
You're gonna take me away from my wife. They're like,
let me see that. Let me see that ass, bro. Let me see that head ass, bro.
Loy basically looks like he tried to carve in Hitman's barcode in the back.
I've only used straight razors forever, right? So it's not that I have any issues using a straight razor. It's just
right.
You can't see it, but also your head is I've got
it
shapes
bumps,
back
it bubbles. There. Yeah, it bubbles up.
Yeah, your bone back here. Yeah.
The thing is, like, when you shave, you have to hold and like pull. And I'm trying to do this, but I'm pulling in the wrong direction. And I go, "Oop, that's a thing. That's a thing."
You did it a couple times. Oh, boy.
You're making me cringe.
Come on, Lloyd. Yeah, I'm feeling bad for you right now, bro. Like real
Denzel
shit.
Washington glory. That's what the backside of my head looks like on the back. Yeah.
No, bro. Listen. This is what you do. Straight razor is only for your chin and your cheeks and all that good stuff, right? Don't use it on your head. Go get a fat. They feel expensive because they're so small.
$90 for a pack.
No. Like that's the packs. It's the refillables, right? Yeah. I mean, like if you go get like a full shaving set, right? It'll cost you about like $40, right? But you got to remember, you're not going to the barber anymore.
Yeah.
So it's like it technically takes like 2 trips to the barber. I mean, 2 shaves and boom.
And
but
how often do you change your razors? I guess how many times do you shave your head before you change your razor?
You got 8.
Okay.
Right. But a lot of people, like you can you'll be able to tell like on how smooth it is, right? Like that you need to change your razor. That's all.
Yo, also, fucking like I could tell like it's smooth and then it's not, and
rough.
Then it is, and then it's like all over the place. I'm like, fuck.
Yo, Lloyd, you fucked up, bro.
The nice thing about Gillette too is when you come with the 5-blade one, it has that little gel strip across the top.
Yeah, so it cools it out.
It cools it out. It gives you like a nice little film after the fact. But on top of that, it also, as it gets worn down, especially if you have coarser hair, like it'll show you because it'll take more.
It'll be time.
So as it fades, and it fades pretty quick if you got coarse hair, it'll let you know, and then you just pop that thing off, pop in a new one.
Yeah, pop in a new one. Like so, like the good part, like I like the 5-blade because like in the shower, like when you go in the shower, you look like
fucking Sinead O'Connor.
No, that motherfucker look like the golden child for real, bro. Like this motherfucker looks like every villain in every Asian movie ever.
And I realized, like, hey, my hairline's not even that bad. I think I'm just gonna stay with the Jason Statham, like whatever, just like open blade the whole
Jesus Christ.
You can't even say it's Jason Statham. It's Jet Li, man.
No. When did Jet Li cut his hair bald? Oh, the legend. You look like Jet Li in The Legend right now.
He was like that in Hero because he just had the top.
Hero, yeah.
Well, that's where it's like shaved up to here, and he's got the Q.
Yeah, people still do that though, right?
I hope not. Jesus Christ.
Why not? That shit's dope. I've seen black people do it. Actually,
it's the Manchurians' oppression over the Chinese.
Oh, that's what it was. I thought it was just like a thing that they did.
It was required, and then at some point they just said, "Fuck it, we've been doing it forever." But it's originated from when the Manchurians invaded and required all Chinese people. Yeah.
Who the fuck
hey,
is
you know what though?
What the fuck are y'all fighting? Star Wars characters? Like what the fuck?
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Fucking war.
Yo, y'all fighting Mandalorians out this bitch, son?
Manchurians, like the candidates. They're just a bunch of candidates.
The last Mandalorian.
Oh my god, bro!
Last of the and Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah.
Nah. All shits aside, though, right? I used to use this. I use clippers on my face or a straight razor.
Yep.
Right. And then on my head, I use the Bics. But this is the part that everybody fucks up. Like, if you go against the grain, you about to get like for at least for me, if you go against the grain, it's gonna be a bump in your head that's gonna feel so bad. Because you won't want to pop it. Because every blue moon, like the little crevices in your back of your head, right?
Yeah.
Like I have to go the opposite way to get in there, and every blue moon I'll catch an ingrown on the top, on the back of my head, and then that bitch just hurts.
I just wanted to see. I just was like, oh, I'm already clippering it pretty low. Let me just see, and then
it's definitely easier on a maintenance side.
Yeah,
I think the clippers
maintain it.
If you maintain it, if you do 2 days, I'm telling you, dead ass. If you every 2 days, right? Get Gillette, whatever her name is, Gazelle, fucking shaving cream.
All right, let's
I'm telling you, bro. Like, listen, just get the shaving cream, right, and then make sure. Like, what I do is I put the shaving cream on. I go once over, and like get all the shaving cream off, and then I'll put the shaving cream back on again, and then go back through.
Gotcha.
Right, and then I don't get as many bumps.
I got you.
This is me.
Yeah, I mean, luckily,
do it after a hot shower too.
Does your head
hot shower?
Does your head feel tight? Like the scalp feel tight?
Yeah,
like
it is tight because it's healing. It's not even a joke.
Yeah,
because the hair, you got to remember, your hair follicles is all in there. You just shaved all of them off, so that it just like closes up, so it like feels real tight. So get peroxide, get some aftershave one, get some peroxide, and then take a cold rag. After you wipe your head down with the peroxide, you take a cold rag, put it on top of your head.
Always a cold rag after the fact.
This is okay.
Hot shower, shave, and then cold rag.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is why men need to father their children. I don't have a dad. He didn't teach me any of this shit, and if he did, I don't know. He doesn't shave anyways either. So this is the reason why you should be parenting your sons, because they need to know.
My father shaves with a clipper, bro. I learned all this shit by myself.
Hey, I mean,
what up, Mr. Liles?
Yeah,
I know you're watching.
Yeah, and don't try to raise other people's kids. Don't try to fuck other people's kids too.
Oh, we go straight to.
You want to go right to R. Kelly?
Might as well. I mean,
okay. You know what? Look, I do find it funny because I distinctly remember them talking about him marrying Aaliyah. Like, and she was like my age at the time, 15, 16. And it was fine. Like, that rumor went everywhere and everyone was like,
the rumor went everywhere. Motherfucker, the truth went everywhere. That was what happened.
And that's kind of what I mean with parenting.
The truth went everywhere.
Parents were involved in this. And that's so.
The parents were involved. That's right.
Well, I'm saying like it adds to the complexity of things somewhat, right? In that you had complicit adults in the scenario on her side, and you look at it and you're like, does that make any of this excusable?
No.
What do you mean, though? Hold on. What do you mean? What do you mean you had explicit? Her parents, you mean because her parents signed off?
Correct.
Yeah. No. I don't think her parents did. I think somebody else signed off. Like, I forgot how that story went, but I know somebody was saying that like even the pastor, because the pastor had to testify against R. Kelly, and he was like, he didn't know that she was 16. They didn't they called him in to do it. He said something was off, and then they paid him because it was a secret wedding. So they paid him, made him sign the NDA, and then he rolled out. So it was like he didn't know what the fuck it was.
You would still have to have like legal papers, right? I mean, in the county. City.
Well, they got it annulled. I think they got it annulled or some shit like that. I can't remember what the fuck it was.
That's still got to be on paper.
I know I read something somewhere at some point that stated that the parents had to sign off on them. I'm not an R. Kelly expert or a trial expert, but either way, it's one of those things where you look at it and you're like, okay, them signing off on this, should it somehow lessen his charge? And I'm like, nah. Like, at the end of the day, it still doesn't excuse.
I mean,
all right, it's one of those things that like
it goes back to what you were saying about Paul Walker, which I looked into it. Yeah. The age of consent in California is not 16, but it's your argument.
What is it?
It's 18. It's not. But your argument.
Wait. Age consent in California.
Yeah. How old you got to be to have sex with somebody older than that age?
Oh, Paul Walker. Yeah, Paul Walker is.
Paul Walker was like to get 16-year-olds basically.
Yeah, right.
Or 17-year-olds.
And their parents were totally fine with it because whatever.
Right.
But that is
it's Hollywood.
It's fucking Hollywood. Does it make it right? No. It makes it legal. I mean, in not Paul Walker's case, but in this case, it would make it in theory legal. But does it fuck with your moral compass?
And that's the question, right? Is at somewhere along this line, it was legal, right? And so no, I'm over here trying.
No. You talking about the R. Kelly Aaliyah thing? Let's get on the same page. Are you saying that R. Kelly and Aaliyah was legal? No, I think it wasn't, and I think that's why it got changed. I don't know the ins and outs, and I don't care to know the ins and outs because it's some pedophilic ass shit, and I got a daughter, you dirty motherfucker. But I do think from passing, it was like it wasn't legal, and that's why it was never like all the way done. Right. It was like a secret ceremony that they were trying to do. And then somebody blocked it.
Yeah, because the question when you try to annul it, you're like, did you consummate? No. Yes,
Right.
yes, you did. Great. Well, this is illegal, and now you're arrested. We could have done this shit back in what 98.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I've read people trying to make that argument. Well, it was legal in this point, and now it's retroactive.
Who tried to make that argument?
I've seen it on the internet, man. You know how nasty people are on the fucking internet. Like,
but this is all right. So this is my thing, though, right? This is my thing, though, right? All right. I know every parent is different. Every parent can't be the same. Every parent doesn't raise their kid the same, right? But are you fucking telling me that your 16-year-old daughter is smart enough to know that she's like that it's not okay to marry some 20-year-old dude? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't, nah, bro. Like, it's I don't give a fuck if it's legal or not. Now, you got kids in Hollywood and LA that do this shit on a regular, and it's legal, but it's still disgusting, bro.
I wholeheartedly agree.
So then I think the argument more goes towards, does the system allow these dickheads to continue to be dickheads because the system is like, well, as long as they follow the rules.
Well, let's not pretend too, like the one thing we've talked about multiple times on here is if you got the money, we've seen time and time again, rape laws, sexual trafficking laws, all that do not apply to you if you can pay your way out.
Right.
Yeah, there was a saying that I saw somewhere online. It was like, if you're just getting fined, that's just the cost of being a criminal, something like that, where fines aren't punishment. Fines, it's a punishment for being poor, something like that.
That's pretty much what it is.
I mean, but all right. So again, the question I state, is it the system's fucking fault that R. Kelly is the way that he is? I'm not saying R. Kelly should get off. Fuck him, go to jail. I got a daughter, you dirty piece of shit. But is it the system's fault for R. Kelly being the way that he is? Because if the system would have locked him up or not let him get away with certain shit, we wouldn't even be here, bro. You do understand that we all have seen R. Kelly's dick at this point, right? No homo. And he didn't get locked up until fucking 20 years later.
Also, you sort of play the card of like, is it like, how long has this been 18 been the number, right? Like,
right, Shep.
Yeah. How long has 18 been the number? How long has it been? Like, I mean,
I don't think it's been that long. I think they started doing that shit because of mom started pushing that shit. Like, because like they didn't want their kids married off at 16 when they could finish school. Plus, like at the end of the day, like, right, like this goes to the system of why more females finish school than dudes too, right? Because everybody wants to protect their daughter, right? And everybody thinks that their son is going to find his way, So what used to happen is your 16-year-old daughter gets married to this fucking old dude, and then she leaves school, right? And then if he ever kicks her out or she doesn't know shit, then he just whoops her ass and she's trapped. So now you push the daughter to finish up school. You want to finish up school. All right, cool. Let's raise these fucking laws. Like, let's raise these fucking age gaps. But not every system does that, though. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. It's the fucking system, bro. To blame for R. Kelly, it's the fucking system, fam.
Well, yeah. I mean,
so wait. So to make sure that I'm understanding your argument, you're saying he is more of a product of humanity because the age of consent thing is relatively new in comparison to our society.
Yes.
And the system,
not even that it's relatively new. It's ways, if you allow people, rich people are never going to pay taxes. You know why rich people are never going to pay taxes? Because there's always loopholes, so you don't have to fucking pay taxes. You really want rich people to pay taxes, you take all the fucking loopholes out and just say it's a base tax. Yep. Everybody pays it. And you're done, right? You put a sales tax on everything, no income tax, sales tax on everything, all taxes are paid, nobody has to worry about shit, right? But you're not going to remove that loophole because you know that some of your friends are fucking dickheads and they're going to use it. There's no reason for there to be a loophole for you to fuck 16-year-old kids.
Agreed.
There's no reason. So that basically means that you dirty fucking bastards that can fucking close the loopholes don't want to. That's my point. So yeah, it's the system fault that R. Kelly is the way that the fuck he is. Because he would not have been able to prey on so many people or so many females if he was already locked up a long time ago. So it's your fucking fault that we're even going through this goddamn court case in the fucking first place. So again, should he go to jail? Yes. That question, I don't think anybody anybody that wants to argue that shit is out of their fucking mind, and you don't have a little girl. And I do, you dirty piece of shit. But he is dude. I get mad. Motherfucker, dude, you understand how scared I am? Like talking to other females, you understand? Like and I'm not shitting on this is between us, right? And everybody that's watching. But,
I mean,
us and everybody, right?
But no, you know how terrified I am that something's gonna happen to my little girl, dog. Yeah. Like every time, like you know what I'm saying? Like my nephews, if I had a son, I don't think I would act the same way about him as I do my girl in a protective sense, right? Like. I am super terrified. Like, dude,
I think
at least 50% of the females I know have been messed with as a kid, bro. You get what I'm saying? So, like, it's like, dog, that shit fucks with me, bro.
I think being on the opposite side of the fence as a parent, I think that you're underestimating the protective nature you would have over a son. I'm sure it definitely increases because you have a daughter, but that's. I'm like, so all right. So I've talked everybody I talk to, right, that has a son versus a daughter, right? There's certain things that we all do differently and worries that we have that are different, right? Like, so most of my boys, I'm excluding you. Most of my boys, when they got a boy, they like, yo, yeah, I hope that he fits in. I hope that he doesn't become a loner. I hope that I don't want him to be a follower. I want him to be a leader, all of that good shit, right? Every blue moon, you hear like, yeah, I'm scared somebody might touch my son. You get what I'm saying? Every blue moon, I've heard that. As my daughter, every dude that I know that has a daughter is scared of somebody touching their fucking daughter, bro. Like that's your number one fucking fear as a father. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I got a little girl, especially if your little girl, like we all know even as fathers, we know if our kid is ugly. Like let's just be honest about it, right? Sorry, even as a father, you know if you got an ugly ass baby, bro. So you look too much like me. Ooh. Yeah,
you's an ugly baby, and the ones that's ugly, you should be taking more care of because everybody knows that nobody gives a fuck about them. So that they get fucked up too. But that's not the point. The point I'm making, right, is if you have a father, right, as a father, if you have like a pretty child, bro, this is one of the scariest fucking feelings. Ever. Yeah, but that's what I'm trying
to say is I think that you feel the same because I do think that about my son. He's a handsome little devil, man, and you never know what kind of.
You scared of the teacher fucking him?
You don't know who's around here, man. Like there's some nasty, creepy motherfuckers. Like in every time your son sees a female, you're like, that bitch might try to fuck him. Because that's how I feel about every dude that touches my daughter. Hey, no,
I'm like, dog, like I might, like, can I fuck this nigga up? Like, because if this motherfucker touched my daughter wrong, I'm gonna kill him. Like, dog, like that. I'm telling you, that's like a real fear of mine, bro.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that like I can't know until I'm on that side of the fence.
Right.
I'll be on that side of the fence in another couple months.
You'll see it. You'll see it.
We'll see.
We'll see
the difference.
I'm telling you, you're gonna feel. And she the youngest. Oh boy.
But Shep brings up a good point, or it brings up a question. You know, why is it that men have to have a daughter first in order to openly advocate? I guess that just depends on the dudes that you're around. I don't know. I mean, I'm always confused by this kind of stuff too because I hear a lot of women say that they're like, "Oh, I don't hear dudes saying it."
Because it's true.
But what do you mean?
I mean, but it's hard to put yourself in. I mean, it's
perspective. I don't know. I mean, I'm absolutely anti-rape, but I don't know what else I can do other than run around.
So
nobody better be raping out here. Like,
this is my justification for it, right? In my head, this is how I justify the shit, right?
Right.
All right, boom. We all got sisters. We all got mothers. Well, no, I'm sorry, not all. We all got mothers. Most of us have sisters. Some of us have sisters. Some of us don't. Some of us have people that we are so close to that we call them our sister, right? What winds up happening is right. So what happens is your sister tells you something happens, right? Well, if depending on how close you are to her, you might want to do something about it, but you can't. You know why? Because if you have that loose nut where you just snap and you go do something about it, you go to fucking jail. And everybody's gonna be like, he should have went through the court system. You got that shit running through your fucking head, right? When you have a daughter, on the other hand, right? There's no motherfucking thought. It's just a fucking reaction to the whole situation. So it's like you don't want your kid because you have to grow. Like I gotta grow old and hope this motherfucker wipes my ass. right? So I'm like a little bit more conscious about if something happens to her, which then in turn makes me a little bit more conscious or a little bit more accepting or observing of how dudes treat females. You feel what I'm saying? Like I treated females, I'll be honest about the shit. Me and my mom have a loving relationship, right? But when my mom like is strict on me, I revert back to like the little Eddie and I'm like, yo, like I'm disobedient. Like, why are you talking to me like that? And I get real agitated, right? So when females yell at me, I think of my mom. So I'm like, yo, I don't want to be around you, bitch. Like just being real, right? So I don't think that I consciously was thinking about what females feel before I had my girl. Mm-hmm. But now that I have my girl and I have to literally deal with the ramifications of anything that happens to her, you become more accepting of what's about to happen. Right. So at the end of the day, right, to answer the question, why is it that dudes do it? It's not a conscious thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it's any dude that I know that has a girl, I don't think that it's a conscious thing that they be like, oh, now I'm going to take care of women, or now I'm going to feel good for women, or now I'm going to stick up for women's rights. It's just now you're like, oh, shit, this shit directly affects my bloodline. And then you're more accepting or more observing of it. Or you're more like entwined with it. But beforehand, it's just like, oh, somebody on the other side is getting hurt. I think that's wrong, but I don't know what the fuck to do about it. So you just shut the fuck up and keep it moving. I'm not saying that it's right, but that's just how it is.
No, and that's kind of what I was hoping to get so that I could say, I liken it to being like, as an adult, right? You're looking at a toddler going to reach a hot pan that's on the stove that's got boiling water because the little handle's over it, right? You can sit there and tell them all day, hey, don't pull that down, right? But if they're not at a certain point, they're not going to understand you. All they're going to understand is that no, and then a hand smack or yanking them out of the situation, right, whatever. Right. You can't explain it to them. They won't understand until they hit a certain age. And I liken it to that scenario, right? You can't understand because you're
until we get to that age.
Scenario.
Right.
You're not at a point to understand because the only thing we know is the male perspective. And the male perspective is always, hey, look, if you ain't looking good, if you ain't smelling good, if you ain't doing good, you ain't getting nobody. You will be nothing. You will be the last person to get scraps for anything on the table. You're not going to get a good job. You ain't going to get shit for money, which means you're going to die alone. You're going to die a lone virgin.
I'm going to go
killing us on the comments.
So I haven't said much.
Shout out big sister Shep Kelly, yo.
I haven't said much only because, I'm not a parent. And we're going through the process and hopeful, keep fingers crossed.
Yeah, you're not a parent yet.
Yet. Thought and prayers. But I will say, like, I grew up with a single mom, 2 older sisters. My experience is just like my mom always, her job was to make sure that we were protected and safe no matter what happened. And I kind of go into that same thought process as we're going through the process of having a kid. It's like, I don't know. I don't care if the kid is a male or female or whatever. I just like my job. I'm doing everything I can to like get myself in a position where I have to protect this child.
Right.
The minimum next 18 years. And that is daunting in and of itself. How to break it up in the male versus female, I don't know. I just know that my life will change. And it doesn't matter if it's a boy or girl. My job is to protect this child.
I think, well, all right, like Shep is still killing us. All right, so like mostly me because she put black men. All right, listen. So I think she's talking like she protects me. Which, if I was in a fight, I want Shep on my side.
Always.
All right, always. So I think what it boils down to, like Shep is like, if everybody listening and not reading the comments, Shep is basically hitting.
Just real quick, there's a lot of us too that come from broken homes. Like there's a lot of us in my generation that didn't have a dual parent household to say, here's your left and right limits. Now go forth and do great things. Like
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. I think, but I think like, and Shep, tell me if I'm wrong in the comments. Like, because Shep is basically, she said like, she feels like she feels like black men need to be protected, and she doesn't have a son. This is what it boils down to, right? what we see the most of is what we internalize, or what we see the most of, or what we pay attention to the most of, is what we're going to fucking pay attention to, right? Like media, like it's always in front of us, right? It's always in front of. It's a lot of times where black men being hurt by cops or the system is in front of us. A lot of times when women get hurt, it's not in front of us. You got multiple different reasons behind that, but one of the reasons is that we're not looking for it because we assume, especially as dudes, right? We assume that all dudes, like, even though he might be a dog or he might fuck a whole rack of bitches, we assume that none of us is fucking little fucking girls. That's just a natural assumption that we have, right? Unless you see a dude, the only people that we think is pedophiles is the motherfuckers that look like dudes on the TV shows that were fucking pedophiles.
Or seen things enough where you go, oh, that guy.
Exactly. That dude's a pedophile. I recognize that. That's some pedophilic behavior right there, nigga. He always looking at little girls and little boys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But my point is my point. I'm gonna wrap up, Lloyd. My point is that because we always see black men getting hurt, and we automatically assume that most men wouldn't, before we have our kids, right? We automatically assume that no dude is gonna fuck with our kid, right? We like, oh shit. Case in point, a friend of mine, I just talked to him the other day, right? A friend of mine was like, is it really black people? Are black people really scared of the cops? Do the cops really fuck up black people that most? I think me and Loy, we talked about this on the podcast a year and a half ago, right? Mm-hmm. And me and Dragon was sitting there like, bitch, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, yeah. And he's like, nah, I've never seen it. Their excuse was, I've never seen it. So,
which is valid, which is super
every
valid.
Every interaction I've had with cops were always good. So I didn't know that these motherfuckers were really fucking y'all up. That's the same thought process that they had is the same process that we subconsciously have, right?
I think
I've never seen them fuck up a female, or I don't recognize that that's fucking up a female psyche, or I don't fucking assume that it's going to fuck up her. So I'm not as protective. But when you got a little girl and you can see that shit as a child, when I raise my voice, even on the podcast, her eyes dart and they open the fuck up, and I'm like, oh shit, she don't like. So if you yell, this little girl's done. Yep. You get what I'm saying? Like, but physically, if I see somebody, if I see her, like my daughter doesn't sit on anybody's lap, bro. Nobody's fucking lap but mine. No girl, no boy's lap but mine. My father, and my ex's father. Us three, bro. Nobody else, son. She won't even with my son. I didn't let nobody pick her up. You know what I'm saying? When she was a baby. So it's like physical, we can tell, but we're more conscious. We're more conscious about this shit. Yo, this dog, every blue moon.
Dog, I don't know. The dog's agreeing or disagreeing with you. I know, right? Out.
She's a bitch. Listen. She's a bitch. No, I'm just saying. At the end of the day, we just don't recognize the shit until we have a daughter. I'm not saying that it's right, but it's not in our face. It's not blatantly in our face. And as men, it's not really blatantly in our face until we have a daughter until we're really close to our sister and she tells us, you know what I'm saying? And then, so it's like we can't relate. So we don't know to protect. We like, oh man, like, let's just be honest as dudes. Most of the time when you hear something from a female, you like, man, she exaggerating that shit. And she could be telling you the full fucking truth. Yeah. But as a dude, we automatically like, man, she exaggerating that shit. And it's not right, but
I think I take the opposite stand where it's like women need to be protected. It's like, to me, that's like, yeah, like I can't believe, who needs to hear this? Like, I think that is, yes. Why is this even an argument?
Right.
Like,
right.
I think I come down to just like a solid baseline of expectation. And
it's definitely that, man. But I guess, and this will be the last thing I'll say about it. It's one of those things where you're always very much like, yeah, of course. Why are we having this discussion, right?
Is that the part of being a debate? Like, yeah. I don't think that's
right. But then every now and again, you'll see one motherfucker that you're like, oh yeah, that's the guy. That's the reason why we have to have this fucking conversation. Because of that fucking guy. Well, let's just eliminate that fucking guy.
Protect the women, protect black men, like all of these things. It's just, to me, it's like, I can't believe that this is even a conversation like that seems to be like, it just seems to be so evident, self-evident.
Yeah. Right.
that
I mean, at the end of the day, we need to protect women. Black men, we need to protect black women. White men, y'all should just let y'all white women do whatever the fuck they were already doing. Asian men, just keep your hands to yourselves. Like y'all, white men, stop beating up your fucking women so much.
Leaving them in the hot park.
Wait. How you gonna say that we're sitting there doing that when we're gonna go ahead and move into Loy's little region and talk about your boy John Jones can't handle it in another domestic dispute. So you're gonna sit here and say, oh, you can't handle it.
Hold on. It's not another domestic dispute, dickhead.
Yeah,
it's a domestic dispute.
I don't even know what
it's one.
I don't even know what it was about. I know you got a John Jones, UFC former heavyweight champion. Got arrested in Vegas. I don't know the details.
I think he got inducted to the Hall of Fame from his first fight.
Yeah.
Directly after. So basically, UFC has.
He's undefeated in the ring. Realistically, he's undefeated. He's undefeated outside of the ring. He hasn't got a win against the law yet.
Yo, hold up. Did you see Cat Williams too? Cat Williams did the same thing. I'm merging the two topics together. Did y'all not see the Cat Williams interview?
No.
On 99.7? No. All right, so Cat Williams goes on to.
Is this recent?
Ebro. Yeah, he's on Ebro in the morning, and he goes on this whole spiel about how he has never been in jail for more than like a couple hours or a day or two.
Jail versus
cases, right? He's never been to prison. None of his charge. He was like, "You've never seen a charge. You've never seen me plead out. You've never seen Cat Williams kill somebody. You always hear a story and then it goes the fuck away."
Yeah. John
Jones and Cat Williams are the same fucking person in different fucking fields, son. I feel like John is the loser where Cat is the winner. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I think they just arrest John because he's John.
Let me put some context. I lived in Albuquerque for 8 months. There's not a lot going on there. John Jones, that's where John Jones lives. That's where he fights out of. Holly Holm, Michelle Watterson, Cowboy Cerrone. There's a few. Carlos Condit.
Cerrone.
But I mean, as far as like stars. Sorry. Is it my accent?
No, I'm sorry. Yo, go ahead, yo. Keep going. Don't worry.
I'm just saying, like, there's not a lot going on in Albuquerque. With all due respect, I love the place, but as far as stars, John Jones is a star out there, right? He is the most famous person at Albuquerque, and the cops don't fuck with him. They will arrest him on like the silliest charges. That's got to be telling that you're the one star and people there don't fuck with you. That's gotta say something to you.
But it's so fucking weird, bro. It's so fucking weird that they don't fuck with him, and I don't understand why. Right? Like that. But I really feel like it's the Cat Williams situation. He just keeps losing.
Man. Like because I really want to like John Jones. I really do. But it's getting to the point now where I'm like, maybe this guy's an asshole. Like,
but you could just like him.
He's just an asshole that just beats people up and is kind of a dick about it. Like, yeah,
every comedian,
good at it.
Every comedian in Albuquerque has a joke that basically starts with, "Yeah, I was at a bar talking to this chick, and then John Jones walked in."
No, listen, bro. I think John Jones is a troubled guy. He's very talented. And I think this goes into, it's kind of a good leeway because I think this kind of goes into what Shep was talking about, why we always make excuses for dudes. Because as a dude, you would hope that you would get it by now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you're like, the only way that he's not getting it is something's really fucking off. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's really mentally the fuck off.
Well, and then
it's the only way he doesn't get it.
And you're in a job where you're getting kicked in the head for a living. Like that can't.
Yeah. But you're getting kicked in the head before you're fully even developed. Like men don't fully develop their brains until 26.
Listen, I think that's a load of bullshit. I don't know. I don't think that we do develop our brains.
It's the last little part of your frontal lobe or whatever.
It's how you raise, bro. Like how you raise and what is instilled in you. John Jones has it more of an excuse. Because of how he was raised, he probably don't fucking remember at this point. Like, because it's like fucked up in the head so many times. But I think like regular dudes, I don't think that applies, bro. Like if you're not raised in a way to understand that you're not supposed to do certain shit, you're not gonna fucking you're gonna just do certain shit.
That's why I said broken homes, man. We got a lot of broken homes with a lot of dudes that ain't got fucking fully fully developed brains. Of course, we're stupid.
I like John, with John, I'd have no idea what the fuck to think. I don't know what the fuck his excuse is. This motherfucker is supposed to be trying to fight the winner between fucking Francis Ngannou and the dude who I'm going to look like when I lose weight. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You
Black Beast?
Don't even try to say, if you're
Rosie
going
Street?
after Derek Lewis, like, don't try it. Don't
I
try
already
it.
look like Derek Lewis, nigga. Fuck you.
You
I'm
look
trying to
like
look
Derek
like the
Lewis
nigga that beat. I'm trying to look like the dude that beat Derek Lewis. Like I called when I saw Civil. No, shut up, whore. I saw this dude. I text Loy off the break, and I was like, if I ever lost weight and went in the gym, I look just like him, but more like a god.
Like my wife trains out of Extreme Couture. She goes to the gym Extreme Couture, which is where Francis Ngannou fights out of.
Yeah.
This person's not human. Like they shouldn't. Like God made this guy was like, oh, I fucked up. Bring it back.
You talking about Cyril?
Not Cyril.
Oh, Francis.
Sorry, I'm thinking Francis.
I was talking about Cyril. No, I'm not gonna look like. I want to look like Cyril, bro. Oh man, I want to look like no homo. I want to look like Cyril so bad, bro. Like if that God was like, listen, what body do you want to be in? I would like give me the same skin, but Cyril's body, baby.
I think the most realistic shot at the athlete you have is Butterbean.
What the fuck? The fuck is this stickhead? Just
Okay.
Butterbean used to knock niggas out. So you're gonna stop acting like Butterbean wasn't a good fighter. Like,
Butterbean knocked out Johnny
but he was definitely
Knoxville. I don't want to hear it. All right.
I mean,
Butterbean also only lost like 5 fights, bro.
Yeah, because
like Butterbean went. His Butterbean had a chin like a bitch, and that motherfucker didn't work out. That nigga lift weights. I think he was benching like 500 fucking pounds, even though he was fucking fat as shit. Yeah, Butterbean, dog. Everybody forgets that Butterbean was fucking nasty, bro. Butterbean's hands. Butterbean was flat-footed, and he could take a hit. He couldn't dodge. He couldn't do anything. Right. Yeah. So he would literally let you punch off on him, and then he would just catch you. Yeah. And he would just catch the shit out of you, bro. Butterbean was nasty and not what any boxer should strive for. But he was good. He wasn't great.
Who was that
for you to strive for?
Who was that MMA fighter? The big, huge black guy from like the back in the day UFC that just basically became a circus show in Japan.
No. Him, if I could look like him, I definitely would do it.
Yeah.
That motherfucker had a gut that was a 6-pack. That shit is not okay. He was in the Longest Yard.
Lane Fisk.
No. Different guy. Hold on.
He was in Longest Yard. I'm telling you.
Okay.
He broke my nose. You don't remember that?
No.
Do you not remember the Longest Yard?
Nope.
What, Adam Sandler and him?
Who's the great Caliph, however you say
what?
Great Caliph. That's his name, right?
No,
that was the dude.
Bob Sapp. His name's Bob Sapp.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
Bob Sapp.
Great
Ibrahim said it like 5 times. I wasn't even looking. My bad.
Thanks, Ibrahim.
Bob Sapp. He was in the Longest Yard. He broke my nose.
If only we had somebody smart enough in the comment section to let us know, man, we would have known this earlier.
But no, yeah. Butterbean. I mean, I'm sorry, Bob Sapp.
Bob Sapp and Butterbean basically had the same trajectory where they just like, hey, I'll show up for money, get paid, and then I mean, if I get knocked out, I don't know. We're just getting here for a payday.
No, but listen, Butterbean used to knock niggas the fuck out. It's all that's the only point I was making.
Bob Sapp too, until he went up against the Asian dude who fucking chopped at his legs. Yeah, at that point where he was like, you know what, I'm really just paid. I'm on contract to get to like the second round. After that, if I get hit with something I don't like, I'm gonna sit down.
Because I think the dude, what it was is I remember the fight that he lost. No, the dude could take Bob Sapp's hits, which was fucking weird. The dude, it was a big Asian dude. I don't know what he wasn't Chinese, but I can't remember what it was.
Bob Sapp just toured Japan and just was like a circus show. It was like he showed up.
He was basically the Harlem Globetrotters of like this little boxing ring thing.
No. Yes, he was, bro. He was fighting real fights, bro.
No, I get it.
Real fights.
But there's a lot where he just get hit, like after the second round, gets hit and goes, "Fuck this," and just lay down. Like
I didn't think he only lost like I'm about to look at Bob Sapp's record, bro. I think he only lost like 3 fights, yo.
I'm pretty sure that half of them were turned into like legitimate like entertainment,
Yep,
wrestling style
Yes.
shows.
I'm not saying that he wasn't like it wasn't entertaining. What I'm saying is it wasn't like he was going out that bitch and just being like, I'll lose.
begin with. To the begin with.
I think that he
Bob Sapp was fucking motherfuckers up, bro.
And to begin with, and then he was just this. He was like
maybe.
Oh
maybe
no,
I'm
never
wrong.
mind. He was getting his ass whooped. Shit.
I was gonna say I could be wrong, but
nope,
you're
not wrong.
Yeah,
you're not wrong.
Yeah. It's like like he lost. I'll put it up on screen. He lost like a shit ton of them in a row.
Yeah, in Japan, like with Dream or Pride or whatever it was, where they would just go around. He would sell the tickets and then get to the second round and just go, I'm done.
Yeah, but he was a K1 champ. He was definitely a K1 champ. But it was just like at the end of the day, everybody would beat him. Everybody would beat him because he would fucking overexert himself trying to knock people out. And then they would either catch him in like an arm bar, they would catch him with some his cardio was some shit. Yeah. Like, dude, he was 400 pounds with a six-pack and a chest. What the fuck you mean his cardio was shit? His cardio was shit, nigga. Like that motherfucker, like a motherfucker. Like a motherfucker.
But he still puts in the work though to stay that cut. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, dude, that's food. Like he has to eat somewhat healthy. Now he might eat a shit ton of healthy food. That might turn unhealthy, but he was definitely like he had a 6-pack, bro.
Do you remember that wrestler from
WWF? No, he didn't have a 6. He had an 8-pack, bro. That motherfucker was huge. It looked like a gut.
Do you remember Ahmed Johnson?
No,
Ahmed Johnson. Okay, from the WWF or WWE, whatever it was, is like this dude named Ahmed Johnson, and I was like, oh my god, Bob Sapp looks like Ahmed Johnson. Then I saw a picture of Ahmed Johnson and Bob Sapp sitting next to each other, and I go, oh. Bob Sapp is like 3 times the size of Ahmed Johnson, both in stature and oh my god.
Oh yeah, I think Bob Sapp. What was Bob Sapp like 6'7"?
Yeah,
400 pounds or some dumbass shit. No, damn, I'm an asshole. That nigga is 6'5", so he's my height. 329 pounds. Yeah. He's only 11 pounds lighter than me, and it does not look the same.
You might not want to disclose that information. You might want to keep that on your head.
That shit hurt.
That's why can we just bring it right back and say, Eddie, I want you to set realistic goals. Butterbean. Start with Butterbean. Get to Butterbean.
He's 11 pounds lighter than me.
You're right now.
I can lose 11 pounds in 2 weeks. Hold my dick, you SpongeBob SquarePants looking motherfucker.
You are still the before.
I hate you and your raggedy ass beard. You fucking patch face, fucking leather face looking motherfucker. That's why you goddamn Chiefs lost. You piece of shit. Yeah. Now stay the fuck off my weight. You fucking cousin fucking looking raccoon eating, snake fucking rattling, fucking piece of shit. You fucking white boy. All right. Anyway.
Oh, speaking of going to the Chiefs,
still the before picture for Butterbean. I want you to
You are definitely not the before picture for Butterbean.
No, I'm
Loy
saying
is probably.
You are the before picture.
First of all, we're not even the same complexion, you dumb fuck. We're not even the same complexion. How are you gonna try to put me with a white boy?
You are the before picture of Bob Sapp. And after
I'm definitely the
4 weeks of Weight Watchers.
I'll do that one. I'll definitely say that one. I'll definitely take that one. Jesus Christ. Yeah, what we talking about the Chiefs for? They lost. Anyway, did you see that Packers game yesterday?
It's funny.
Packers finally
3 weeks. 3 weeks since you hear shit from Eddie about
we won
football.
2 in a row. We won 2 in a row. All of a sudden
he comes up. I got something to say about football.
No, we won 2 in a row, bro. Don't worry about it. Don't be mad, bro. Like we won 2 in a row. Shit happens sometimes, bro.
I agree.
You sound mad. You sound angry, bro.
I'm not mad,
angry, bro.
But we did sign Josh Gordon today.
That's not fair.
Nuts.
No, that's John Jones. That's John Jones of football. It's literally this is what it is. It's John Jones of football. It's John Jones of MMA.
I thought it was Antonio Brown. I thought Antonio Brown was the John Jones.
I thought so too until fucking until fucking what's the name came back. Jesus Christ.
Josh Gordon is the Nick Diaz of football.
I don't even know how old Josh Gordon is now. Like he's got to be 30, 31.
Yeah, but he's got 3 years on his legs. That's it.
That's what I'm saying.
I gotta look it up. No, dude, yeah, that hold on, bro. Does anybody remember that this motherfucker like didn't play but like 6 games and was in like the top 10 receiving?
That's insane, right? That is so
like nobody talked about Josh Gordon when he was with the fucking Seattle Seahawks, and he was like a top 10 receiver.
Yeah,
just like meet me in the corner. That's it. Just me, you, corner, go.
What the fuck, bro? This dude is disgusting, son. Like NFL and black players outside of NFL can never talk about black players not getting a chance because white people are going to bring up Josh Gordon so motherfucking fast, bro.
And Antonio Brown. Like those two.
No. Antonio only got one chance. Antonio only got one do-over. Remember, he had the Steelers. The Steelers walked away from him. He went to the Raiders. When he went to the Raiders, they let him go. That was when the rape allegation came out from his fucking personal assistant. And then they let him go. And then he went to Tampa Bay. So really, the only fucking re-admittance to the NFL would be the Raiders to the Tampa Bay. Steelers, he left. Josh Gordon, on the other hand, was at the Browns 6 fucking years and didn't play but one. Then went to the Patriots. Then went remember he was the Patriots with he was with Patriots with Brady.
A game.
And scored like 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
A game.
Come on, son. That nigga's fucking nasty.
Then he was out for that. Then he did a stint with Seattle. And I think all he did was, didn't he make it off the practice squad? But I don't think he ever played a game.
I don't know what the fuck he did, bro. Only thing I'm going to fucking tell you is he's a goddamn monster. He's a fucking, whoever's not picking him up. I know people that used to pick him up in Fantasy League, even when
they knew he was suspended.
Even if you knew he was suspended. He was like the number 6, round 16, that was everybody's pick. Like a lot of people was just going for
Why not?
Just in case he played one game and you fucking you let him sit 1 week, you started him the next.
Yeah.
As soon as he fucking played 2 weeks in a row, it was game over. Bro, this motherfucker, I don't get it. I don't understand how he's so fucking good and does so much drugs. But that nigga's nasty.
I remember hearing a rumor like I want to say like maybe a month ago. Somebody had said something. Oh, what did the Chiefs get Josh Gordon? I was like, bullshit. I'm not even going to talk about that. It's never going to happen. I thought for sure he was done after this one. And then literally it was like, wait, what? He's being reinstated and he's signing with the Chiefs? Like what? How? When? How did this fucking start? All right, I figure I'm not loving it just for the simple fact that we needed linebackers. But
y'all need linebackers?
Yeah, we need linebackers. But I can't hate it, man. Like
how do you feel about the NFL season right now? Do you think the Chiefs are gonna make it again?
I think we're gonna make it to the playoffs, yeah. I think if you look at our last 2 games, turnovers aren't gonna last every game. Number 1. Number 2, I think our defense is shite right now, just straight basura. But I do think they take some time to gel. I think they'll get better as the season goes along.
I don't. I think that you guys were overestimated this year. I'm being honest, right? Because the fucking Chargers, I kept trying to tell people Matt Stafford was good. I swear to you, I said this to somebody else, and everybody was like, he's always hurt. I was
Matt
like, no,
Stafford. Why are you talking about Matt Stafford with the Chargers?
Isn't it y'all division? Oh no, y'all got Raiders, Broncos. All right, so I'll get back to that too. Matt Stafford
if you're gonna talk shit to me, then you better talk shit.
I don't give a fuck about your division.
We're talking about Justin
I really don't give a
Herbert.
fuck about your division.
Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking about. Yeah, Justin Herbert.
Can we move to the next subject?
Justin Herbert. No, it's fine. Why are you upset, bro?
No,
I know the people in my division. Do you know the people in my division? Do you know the people in my division? Name the quarterbacks in my division. Go.
What's your division? Because who are you a fan of today? Because one day you'll be like, oh,
I've only
Baltimore,
been one. Only one.
Like,
never been a fan of Baltimore, you dickhead. Don't try this shit. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
Goff,
when white people start losing the argument, they try to fucking change it like, you fucking switch a rule. Shut the fuck up. I've always been a Packers fan, motherfucker. Never stopped being a Packers fan. Everybody knows I'm a Packers fan.
I can attest to that.
Exactly.
Don't try to
just because I thought the Ravens linebacker, I said the Ravens running back core was dope as shit. I didn't say that I was a fan of the Ravens.
Baltimore. I'm taking it as riding for Baltimore. You'll never hear me come.
I don't even live in Baltimore no more in 3 days.
Oh, we'll go over your division. You got
earn.
Jared Goff for Detroit. You got your boy Aaron Rodgers. In Minnesota is Kirk Cousins. And then I guess it
Kirk
just
Cousins
depends,
hurt.
man. It really depends. Who's going to be next week? Is it going to be what's his name? Why am I dropping
Andy Dalton's hurt.
Nick, what's his name? Nick
Fields?
Foles.
Nick Foles?
Foles or Justin Fields? I feel like they got to go to Nick Foles.
Justin Fields look horrible.
Justin
Fields
look
one passing yard.
Horrific.
He had
9 sacks. He had 9 sacks.
Like, no, y'all ain't hearing me. In today's NFL, 1 net passing yard.
I think what it comes down to, 9 sacks means that you probably have pissed off your O-line. Like 2 sacks, okay. 3 sacks, okay, your O-line. 9.
Miles Garrett had 4.5 sacks, bro. Like, dog. Like, I forgot. Somebody was talking about this. One of the announcers on TV was talking about this shit. He was like, it was Van Pelt. I love Scott Van Pelt. That is one of my favorite broadcasters of all time. He was like, the first sack, he was like, don't worry, he's going to get to know him intimately. He's like, he's going to see him intimately.
Dude, you as a Packers fan, you had to love that shit because they not only were they like, no, we don't want to put Justin Fields in, we don't want to do any of this stuff, and then all of a sudden, Andy gets hurt, and they're like, yeah, Justin Fields is our guy, despite his preseason showing, which was fucking atrocious. Because wasn't he the dude that got smacked so hard on a sack, they knocked his fucking helmet off when he was standing up? I'm pretty sure it was Justin Fields.
Yeah, I can't remember if that was him. I do remember him sitting down on the sideline, looking in the air and blowing. Yesterday, he was like this.
Dude,
it was just, I was like, I feel so bad for this young man. Like, because he's like,
he knows enough to know that he's not going to remember any of this. After 3 concussions, he's like, this.
Well, why? Like, why would you keep him in it? Like, it was like, y'all just showed everybody that you gave up. Give us Khalil Mack, please. Like, y'all gave up the season, bro.
That's it.
Y'all gave up the season.
I think the thing is, like, especially with new quarterbacks, like you put them in, you can't start them and take them out. You have to like start somebody else and then let them play a half and let them play the second half out. And
do what they did to Jimmy Garoppolo last night on Sunday Night Football.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. You put the little young boy in. Hey, run this one play. It's a couple seconds left. If we get a touchdown, we get a touchdown. If we don't, it doesn't mess anything up. He scores a touchdown, you boost his confidence. Hey, Jimmy G, now you already know that this kid can fucking play. Now, the second half, you better step the fuck up, which he fucking did and almost beat the shit out of the Packers until,
what was your score? 29
Aaron Rodgers.
29-30 was the final?
What? No, 30-28, sir.
Okay.
Because Mason Crosby is just not Justin Tucker. He's definitely not Justin Tucker, but he's good. Justin Tucker is the GOAT of kickers at this point.
I mean, at this point, can you tell Garoppolo anything? Like, Garoppolo's like, hey, listen, when you guys cut me, I'm just going to sign with the Patriots because did you see what Mac Jones did? Nothing. I have a job waiting for me.
Ooh,
cut me.
Man, dude. That was another one with, like, Mac Jones. You're like, oh, we're going with this. This is the debut. This is the guy. And
I mean, he looked good the first two, but this one was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, they pulled your card every time.
That's all it takes, man, is a couple of times of film. It's like you find out who's real after a couple of weeks when film's been on them.
Yeah, I think that's really what it comes down to is like, did the defensive coordinator watch more film than the quarterback or vice versa? In this case, he did not watch enough film on the defense because he was out there lost. And then the defensive coordinator knew everything. I was like, are you guys cheating?
Dude.
How are you everywhere?
Cheat code.
No. God, NFL looks like he's going to be fucking amazing this year. I'm not going to lie to you. I got to put in it's week 4 coming up, so it's time for me to start putting in some Yahoo drafts, the Yahoo online. Like, you know, Yahoo does like the fantasy football, but you can go all the way up to No, not just the pick'ems, bro. Not just the pick'ems. You can do what is it called? You can do actual full fantasy, like the whole joint.
You just do it for
starting in week 4. No, starting in week 4 to the rest of the season. You can do day ones. I think they do have day leagues too.
Yeah, they do have.
But they have for the rest of the season league too. Because most of the day ones are like FanDuel. You just pick players.
Yeah,
but they have costs and all that shit.
FanDuel is so difficult because it's like, yeah, you can pick all of the players, but like you just have to pick the one player that did better than everybody else. Like everyone's picking Pat Mahomes, and everyone's picking the same. It's like the 90% of the same roster across 90% of the players. You just have to like find the one guy that had a breakout
niche person.
Right.
Yep.
So if you, but the good part about it though, right? The good part about it is if you like, so like this we used to do for basketball. This, especially during playoff season with FanDuel, right? You go get like the big 2 players that you think are gonna have breakout games, of course, right? You spend all your money on them, and then you just literally spend like $50 on $1 entries, and you just pick almost like every other player. Like that's literally what people would do. It's like they would literally just like spend $50. They'll pick the top 3 people or the top 4 people, spend up their money, and then you just pick the people on the bench that you think are going to hit. You just submit like 50 of them at $1. You win like, you know what I'm saying, $10,000 or $5,000 on different ones. So it's like, yeah, I know, like some people think it's not worth it. I understand that what's the name is saying it's not worth it, but to those motherfuckers, it was not worth it to me. I wasn't gonna put up $50, but I've definitely won like 200 off of like, you know what I'm saying, putting in like 10, 15 submissions.
Stacking the deck literally and metaphorically.
Yeah.
That's not how I like to gamble.
What else do you like to gamble, sir?
As little as possible, and it's hard.
That's what I say.
You have a $5. I get paid. I'm walking out of a show and I got like $20 in my pocket. I'm like, let's see what this Buffalo slot machine does for me for 20. Nothing.
Oh yeah, nothing. All right, what else we got in the tank, bro? I know we had a couple things that we had to talk about, but I was trying to hold off the AJ Johnson until last. If y'all want to go ahead and start wrapping up, it's up to you. We can start.
Let's talk about it, because I think we have a lot to say on this one. Because I mean,
you think, yeah.
AJ Johnson.
So AJ Johnson, for everybody who doesn't know, AJ Johnson is from Friday. He was in Friday movies. He was in I can't even do it.
I got the hookup too, wasn't he? He
was in a lot. He was in Baps. He was in Panther. Yep. He was in Black Panther. He was in. Yep. He's been in a lot of fucking movies. Like an iconic comedic actor. Like not actor so much as like he was an actor, of course, but he was an iconic comedic extra, per se. Like he always came in.
If you saw him,
you know exactly who he is.
You know exactly who he is.
So he has like
role, he'll fill it for you.
And so he has over like 50 fucking movies. And so the big discussion that's coming up right now is AJ Johnson passed away. When he passed away, RIP to him and his family. When he passed away, his wife, about 2 days later, put up a GoFundMe account for his funeral, which then started sparking the question of how did he not have, 1, life insurance, and 2, how did he not have enough money for his funeral? And if you're starting a GoFundMe for his funeral, how much money did he have in the bank for his family to be taken care of? And so a lot of comics and a lot of producers and a lot of club owners and a lot of people have been having like these various conversations, basically blaming different sources for it, right? Of like, how come comics, like, at the end of the day, this is what it boils down to. We chose the brokest fucking profession to ever be in.
Facts.
We definitely did. We chose the brokest fucking profession. I was explaining this to somebody the other day. I did it twice. I don't know why, but I did. I did it twice. I went in hospitality and then fucking comedy. Like, nigga, 1, I can't work both of them at the same time because they fucking happen at the same time. Hospitality, you got 2 choices. You work the same fucking job for 15 years and move up to district manager, and then you hopefully retire as one. Or you fuck the right person, you get up there, or you break your knees and you break down before you can, and then you work in a fucking bullshit job being a hostess at 68 years old. Like, hospitality is the dumbest fucking job to ever get into if you want to choose
as a career path.
As a career path. But the other stupid one The really, really stupid one is being a stand-up comedian. Why? Because doesn't mean you're funny, right? The people get to choose if you're fucking funny. Your money comes very sporadically. Majority of fucking comedians have a second job. The ones that don't have a second job either got a lady who got a good-ass job or a significant other who got a good-ass job that they never talk about.
Yeah,
or
they're out there,
or they living on couch to couch.
Dreams, motherfuckers.
Right. I mean, it's not. I won't do that. I won't say motherfucker.
No, I will.
It
comes from a place of hurt and anger for me. So I'm just like,
why? Yeah, please explain.
Yes, man. I want my.
Tell her why you mad. Tell her why you mad.
I want my woman to be working. I want to be the stay-at-home dad, just writing dick jokes all day.
Oh, because your wife is stay at home and you have to go to work. Oh, I'm sorry, white man. I apologize about that, bro.
I think
does that hurt your feelings? No, Lloyd, we're going to stay on this one. We're going to stay right here and deal with Terrance's feelings. Okay, let's stay right.
Glad you're making this about me. Now let me sit back and ponder and reflect on my feelings a bit.
All right, never mind. Go ahead, Lloyd. What's up?
Money. Managing money. That is a thing that we are not taught. We learn or we don't learn. Running your own business. I've talked about this before. You know, I've got 5 bank accounts, and not because I've got money in all of them, but that's where the money goes. When I get paid, 25% goes to taxes. You know, then 5% goes to costs. 15% goes to expenses, and then everything else is either investing or comes into my pocket. It's not easy, especially when you're only getting $100. It doesn't make sense. You're putting $5 into a bank account, and you go, "Well, Loy, I don't have a business. I don't have 5 bank accounts." It's like, well, Cash App, that's a bank account, right? Venmo is a bank account. PayPal is a bank account. It's like that's 3, including your actual bank account. That's 4. Now you just need to find a 5th one, but you have to separate your money.
I tell people right now, yo, get Brex. I swear to God, get Brex. Brex is BREX. If you want, I'll definitely send y'all a fucking link. Yeah, I think I sent it to you too. I already sent it to you, dickheads. Yeah, I did. Yes, I did.
Well, send it again, okay?
Dick, I will.
Relax.
So Brex is a business. It's like Chime for businesses. It's like an online bank account, but like you get a crazy ton of rewards. So literally, like I got I could fly to New York. I could fly home from New York on my Brex points already.
Dope.
Yeah, I'm saying like they give you like a good amount of.
So if you have a promo code, just put it in the comments. But what I was saying is like you have to before you can even start to save money and go, okay, let me invest in myself. You have to break your money up, because a lot of us, when you get paid that $100, $200, you go, great, I got $200. That is incorrect. You have maybe $30 because money's got to go to taxes. Money goes to your expenses. You have to invest in yourself. But how much? Well, there's a percentage. There's literally a number. Whatever the number breaks down to, that's like how you have to manage your money. And you put it into separate bank accounts, because if not, you put all that $100, $200 into one bank account. And you go, well, I mean, let me just use this for that. Doesn't work that way. You have to be able to manage your money.
As a comic, we don't get paid enough when we first start to save. If you stay in the profession too long, then you're really fucked, because now if you quit, it's like, oh, you just gave up on something for no fucking reason, right? Like, oh, you've been doing this thing for 10 years. That's how I explain it to everybody. Like, if I quit comedy, it would be like I've been doing something for 10 years without ever doing it. Brex is in it. What's the name? I mean, for no reason. I apologize. All right. But you got to keep striving for it. When you strive for it, it costs more money. You're going to have to most likely relocate unless you're living in New York already, or LA, or now Austin, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You got to be living in a major hub, Atlanta, right? I know that's another argument that we can have.
2021? I don't think so.
We can have this argument, but again, you do. And it's been shown, but we just choose not to like it because comics are lazy and we always try to fucking pick the easiest way out. So all I'm gonna say, point that I'm making is the big point that I'm making is at the end of the day, as comics, we don't get paid a lot. And so that basically means we don't leave a lot of, like, the wage gap between us and the successful, and the highest paid comic is like almost it's like any other profession. People don't want to talk about it, right? But it's literally any other profession. The problem is as the max that you can make as a comic is not as high as the max you can make as an entrepreneur or as a businessman. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm sorry. Is it Dave? No, Seinfeld is the richest comedian in the world right now, I think he still is.
But
net value wise.
Yes.
He's not even close to Bill Gates in him. Like he's the richest and he's not even the closest. You see what I'm saying? Like the richest guys are still close inside of a certain sector.
Also, it's not all from comedy that makes his money.
Right. So if you only go comedy, the only person would be Dave Chappelle, and I think his net worth is like 100.
Which
you know what I'm saying?
Fuck it, I'll take it.
You can't even say just comedy because of movies for him too.
No, he doesn't do that many movies.
Now he doesn't, but he's still got residuals.
He got residuals, but they ain't paying him millions. That's all I'm telling you.
All I'm saying,
you know what I'm saying? Like he's still, like as a comic, you got to have a lot of shit coming in to make money. You got to be having a lot of different fields. Like, I think we all agree. I think semantics, but we got to make a lot of money.
Okay. Let's go. Russell Peters, right? You're getting 10 million, not in the movies, and if he is, it's probably because he's producing it himself. All of those things, but even then, worldwide, world known, world renowned, $10 million a year max.
So now we bring up this point, right? Then we go down this path. At the end of the fucking day, we don't make a lot of money, and then we choose to pay off the things that we need right now instead of paying off the things that we need in the future. Bro, I know Terrance, I know you got one because of the military. Loy, me and you, like I used to have one on my job. I don't know if T-Mobile still has the shit. We gotta fucking get life insurance, bro.
I have
like this shit is I have it. But I don't have, you know what I'm saying? Like my first life insurance, my parents have a life insurance policy out on me, right? So River's good. I already know that. Like, let's just be honest about it. River's straight, right? But my funeral was already taken care of, right? If it ever came down to it. The problem is that I would have to take over my parents' life insurance policy or what's the name. And the biggest factor is that just to skip through all the fucking headway, right? The biggest factor is that most comedians don't have the same situation that I might have, right? Where your parents have a business that they can take out a fucking life insurance policy on you. When I was working, when I was working at Glory Days, my life insurance policy was $500,000. At Hooters, my life insurance policy was $500,000. Like, you know what I'm saying? Excuse me. And that's excluding my parents' fucking life insurance policy. Right. You know what I mean? Like,
but you have to
as
be
comics,
working.
we don't.
You have to.
But I had to be working for them. So when I left these motherfuckers, that shit went out the fucking window. You know what I'm saying? It's gone. So like as comics, and I'm starting to realize this shit right now. Like, dog, like life insurance costs $25 fucking dollars, bro. Like we just need to pay that shit. Like find a fucking way, bro.
And
find a fucking way to pay that shit. Because I'm not doing this GoFundMe bullshit. I will donate to your family out of fucking tribute to you, out of fucking relationship to you. But I should not be donating to your fucking family because you need it, bro. That's fucked up.
I mean, it's great that is an option. Let's be real. Like, the fact that it is an option. Could you imagine what it was like if you were in the same situation 20 years ago, 10 years ago?
Yep.
You got to go to the church, and then you got to go deal with that, and you got to go, I don't know, wherever. So it's great that a random person can give you $5, and then you get 5 random people give you $5, or 1,000 people. It's great.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
But it shouldn't be. I think that was the conversation that we were having. It shouldn't be the plan. Like GoFundMe shouldn't be the plan. It should be the just in case.
Memento mori, Latin for remember your death. Something I think about often. Always remember your death. Think about it. Ponder it. And think about things like these. Get your shit in order. Get your life insurance. And gentlemen, if you don't have it, get your will together.
Yeah, I got my
what is it?
Legal Zoom link. Legal Zoom. Yeah,
Legal Zoom. Everybody use the promo code. I'm gonna get in trouble.
We'll put in promo codes. I don't mean to get all let's do this, but get your wills in order, man. You just never fucking know.
Nah, I'll be honest with you. My will has already been done. My will. You want me to tell you what my will states? You ready? You ready for this shit? This is my will states. I will not be buried in a suit. They have to make a shirt. You got to make a shirt. No,
Lugs will sponsor it.
No, it's not. is not happening.
Definitely gonna have
Don't worry about
some lugs.
Not definitely. Well, you guys, luckily, you motherfuckers have no control over my shit, and my paperwork just finalized. So neither is she. So, so nobody. Let's just be honest about this shit. It's probably gonna be my mama if I die before her. Like,
I'll be throwing in lug shoes as they lower the casket.
My mama. I don't give a fuck what happens to me. If my mama's still alive, ain't nobody fucking controlling my funeral but my mama. So that's just fact. So, and that's including me. My will goes out of the fucking window.
Hey, auntie.
Hey, auntie.
My will literally says, I don't know, go ask my wife.
My will, listen, mine is no suits, a black shirt, and whatever fucking whatever color wave of 11s that just came out.
You better hope that whoever's doing this for Eddie's will, you better hope you don't have the sneakers out because you ain't getting them 11s. That's fucking actual factuals.
You're not even getting the rings
sneakers out.
Sneakers app, you're gonna get you the 6 rings. Forget the 11s.
You know what doesn't do me like the sneakers app?
Lugs.com.
I'm thinking about actually doing. What do y'all think? Would you get cremated? I was thinking about getting cremated and put into one of those memorial walls. No, not iron.
You mean an iron urn?
Memorial
urn. You never seen a memorial wall? It's like basically they put you in ashes and then they put you like basically your ashes go into like the metal tin, of course, and then they take the metal tin and then they put the metal tin into the wall with your name. Oh yeah. It's not as expensive, but the memorial wall. Like you don't take up room in the earth. You know what I'm saying? You don't take up room in the earth. That was saying, like, it's just better.
I want to do that.
I want you to be.
I don't want nobody to go. I want to be burned with all my shit. I know, right? That would be dope as fuck. And they put me all the way at the top. That would be dope.
No,
that would be dope.
I want to do it in the wall, but I want to do it like in my actual house wall. I want to print off a Polaroid of me and like tape it real shittily around a really shitty urn, have my ashes in there and be like, fuck this motherfucker. But then when somebody goes to like remodel the house, just discovered a dead body, baby.
See, this is what I'm saying. Like, this is the white people shit that Terrance does that just weirds me out, bro.
I would like to have be like cremated in a metal urn, but spread my ashes somewhere else. But just you carry the urn around, and then like the one time it falls, not even a metal one, a porcelain one, and it falls off the mantle. I went, and then it breaks.
And nothing comes out.
He went back.
I did think about like I was like
Jesus, man. They're gonna be like.
I know somebody said there was a diamond. Like you can turn yourself. They can press you into a diamond. But then I was like, I don't want my daughter walking around with me, like
with the chain. Ooh.
Yeah. Ooh.
It was so big. It looked like I got my daddy on my necklace.
No. I definitely don't want to be buried like full body, but I don't know. I gotta flush it all the way out. But if I get cremated, even if I get cremated, I want to be cremated in some fresh ass Jordans, my nigga. Like, I'm a dickhead. I don't care.
I want them to bronze my dick and balls.
I mean, within the Asian culture, it's a little bit.
I'm not doing that with you. I'm not doing it with you, bro.
With the Asian culture, it's a little bit different. Like we remember our ancestors, like they're all kind of together, but like I don't feel like that's like an American thing as much. Sure, you're great. Like anyone that you know that you've met, you might go visit, but
but y'all visit like Mexicans, y'all visit the Day of the Dead and shit.
Yeah. Like there's like a day of remembrance and all of that.
Yeah.
I kind of am just like whoever is surviving me, whatever you want to do, you go do that because I'm out. I'm
cheapest route possible.
But you don't want to be like when you die, right? You want to be. I know we're so far away from the original topic, but when you die, don't you want to be remembered a certain way? Like I don't want to be remembered in a fucking suit. I don't wear fucking suits, so to put me in a fucking suit would be some dickhead ass shit. I wear black tees and hoodies that have words on them. Put me in a black tee that says, "Hey, I was 6'6" and I was 6'6" and I never lost weight." I don't give a fuck. Like that would be dope as shit.
You want that funeral home in New Orleans where they basically like pose you like you is still alive. Like they put
Irish goodbye,
whatever it is, where they put you back in your clothes and then they basically hook you up with like cigars.
It's an Irish funeral.
Is that what they call it? I've never. Irish goodbye is something else.
No, Irish goodbye is when you dip and don't say anything.
Yeah.
Irish funeral is Loy's the king of Irish goodbye. You and my boy Gary.
Hey, I'm gonna go get a beer and just go home.
Fucking no, Irish funeral, like and it's I think it's been a tradition on multiple different joints. If you actually remember Coming to America too, they kind of did it in that too, right? Like
there's like an Irish wake that
they didn't mean to. Irish wake. I say Irish funeral. Irish wake.
An Irish wake.
I said Irish 3 different ways.
My experience with the Irish wakes is kind of what I want. You just put me on a pool table, put a beer in my hand, and everyone get fucked up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, and if you can't do it with most of the time people do it without the person. Like we had to do it. We did it without our friend. Our friend passed away, and the car got mangled, so we did it without him. So like basically we put it so you basically take I think a lot of people have done this. You take a drink, you pour a shot, you take a beer, you pour a beer, you put a cover over top of it, and then everybody just basically you put the seat there, and then everybody drinks around them. And it's like in remembrance. Yeah. But yeah, Irish wake, you do it with the person.
Yeah.
Like you put them in a casket, you stand the casket up. You can most people don't. I don't think most people actually do frame them to have like drinks and shit in front of them. I think that's something new age. I don't have any lie about that. But yeah. Like that shit is dope. That shit is kind of fucking dope. If you're cool with being around a dead body.
Whatever you guys need to do to get on, go for it.
No, I don't want that shit. Because what if somebody wants to fuck you in your ass and that's what they had to do to get on?
What do you care? You're dead.
Why are you dead? You just got fucked in the ass. Everybody's gonna remember you getting fucked in the butthole.
Don't take pictures.
I don't even think a person who likes getting fucked in the butthole wants to be fucked in the butthole when they're dead.
Look, bro, I'm dead as
I'm not gonna.
fuck.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say it.
Beat my dead cheeks. All right, I spent a lifetime working out to get a nice butt for
put that in your will, bro.
Might as well
put that in your will.
I mean, just
somebody enjoy.
We're gonna put it in Terrance's will. We're gonna put it in Terrance's will. He wants to get pegged by his wife.
Don't let my kids see it. Not in front of everybody. For the love of Christ.
No, I don't. No, I'm being dead ass. I don't want. I want to. You. I think that the control over your funeral and having the responsibility, like all jokes aside, the control of your funeral comes from having the fucking option to pay for your own funeral, right? Like you hear about people that like get older, they pay for their funeral ahead of time, right? Like they're like $20,000. Here's the limo. Here's my money for my limo. Here's the limo money for my burial, my plot, everything. Everything's already taken care of, and I'm good to go. And I think the reason why you want to do, if you're able to do that, the reason why you want to do that is because you're like, all right, I want to be remembered this way. And I think that's all a funeral is a way to remember a person and what they did with you.
I think there's two.
Don't remember me with no suit.
I think the other aspect too, man, is to like take the decisions away from those left behind. That's why I would do it. Is so like, look, man, for whatever reason, you're going to be grieving for me. So look, let me make this as easy as possible. Flush me down the toilet.
That's how you want to be remembered, as a piece of shit?
Yeah, why not? What do I care?
I mean, that's on you, bro.
People either gonna love me.
I think we grew up. The legacy. This is what I'm saying. This is the problem with this is what my issue is with the AJ Johnson thing. We're talking about AJ fucking Johnson, and the only thing we're not talking about his movies. We're not talking. Everybody's talking about this motherfucker didn't have the money to get buried, bro. That is going to be in your legacy, my guy. That's the last thing that people will remember about you. I don't want that to be the last thing that people remember me. Like, that's one of the reasons why, like, when people ask me why I work so hard at certain shit, like, because this is the things that I want to be remembered for, bro. If something happens to me right now, everybody's gonna be like, yo, he was a good comedian. He was a good comedian. He could have been better if he would have did other things. He was a great producer. He started the DC Comedy Festival. He survived by his. That's the ones on the comedy side, right? Just for the podcast sake. On my family side, yo, he was a great dude. He always tried to look out for people. He had a quick temper. He loved to be alone sometimes. Like, he survived by his daughter. She's beautiful. He doesn't have any problems with anybody. Like, that's the shit I want to be remembered for, bro. I touched so many, like, being so real. Like, I'm not even being an asshole about this shit, right? I've touched so many people, not greatly, but I've like, I know so many different with consent. Definitely with consent. No, what? I think, but you know what I mean, though? Like, I have a lot of people that remember me, bro.
Yeah.
I don't want any of those people to remember me for that funeral, for this big ass fucking funeral. Let's be honest, my funeral's gonna have at least like 300-400 people there, bro.
So I said,
like
take the decision away. Take the decision away.
I'm trying to live a life where my funeral has to last at least a day. That's my goal in life, bro. Is to be able to have a funeral that lasts a day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever seen those shits where they have so many people trying to visit the fucking funeral that they had to open it up twice? I want that shit.
It's too cumbersome, man. Nope.
Not for me.
I don't want like.
That means I'm gonna.
If that's what my family wants, if that's what my family wants, but gang, you know what? My family, go get some hors d'oeuvres, grab a beer, and whenever you're ready to leave, you fucking leave. Cause
hey man, I put some money aside for y'all to get some weed, some booze, and some brisket tips on me.
I put my money aside so that you motherfuckers could remember me in a great fucking way. That's what I want my money aside for. I want y'all to remember me in a great fucking way.
I think in context of like 2021, we are creating our legacy. People who've never met us can look us up and find content. And I feel like we've put enough material out where they go, oh, I like the guy, I don't like the guy, whatever. But to just to be remembered by the people that I've physically been in contact with is short-sighted if that is what you want. Like, to be remembered, if you want to be remembered, your circle is only so large. But we've created a legacy for ourselves, or we're creating a legacy for us where people who've never met us will know who we were. And I think that's more important.
And I think to close this for me, to even go to your post that you made earlier, Eddie, like you said, you get to look your legacy in the eye and say, at least I tried. I think that's more powerful than you'll ever know. And that's the way I look at it for my son. Like I can if I fail at every fucking thing I do, if I fail as a comic, if I fail at anything else I do, I can say, son, this is how not to do it, but I gave it my best fucking effort.
And that's
what if
that post is all about, like, so for anybody that doesn't know, my part of the podcast intro is about to change. It's about to say fucking live from Vegas, Omaha, and New York. And so starting next week, basically. So a lot of people have asked, like, do you really want to do it right now? Have you, like, different questions, right? Like, is there a better way? Do you have a full plan? Like, which I wish I would have had a better plan, being honest with it. But this is what it boils down to for me. All right. At the end of the day, 3 times I was supposed to move at this point. I was supposed to move to LA and I was supposed to move to New York twice. I let something get in the way each time. Each one of those times I had a plan. I was going to do it. I waited till the plan came, and then guess what happened? That plan got shot the fuck up like a goddamn Scarface movie. All right. And so now I'm of the belief that because I kept procrastinating, I'm always going to fucking find a way out. And so now it's time for me to just fucking do it and figure it the fuck out. I'm good at figuring shit the fuck out, so let's just figure it the fuck out. Now, my family, you know what I'm saying? My family, I have to take care a little bit more taken care of, so I'm a little bit more planning on that part. But dude, I can't, because September didn't go as well as I needed it to. The plan isn't the same, but I'm not gonna, like, because the plan isn't the same, just be like, all right, fuck it, I'm not gonna go now. Fuck that. I'll be in New York. I'll be in New York in Maryland starting Thursday night. Yeah, starting Thursday. I'll be in New York and Maryland. So I'll be back and forth to my shows in Maryland, but I'll be working in New York as well as trying to be a comic in New York. And that's just what it is, bro. And then, like, I'll just have to let everything fall where it falls. Don't do that, fuckers. Nobody clapped for y'all when y'all moved.
You did.
Well, I said I was gonna miss you, dickhead.
Oh,
when Terrance left, I didn't give a fuck.
You were happy that I moved from Albuquerque
to
Las Vegas.
Albuquerque. Yeah, when you moved from Albuquerque, I was definitely happy. I was definitely fucking happy. But that go like, and this is my point to you, Loy. Like, and I know because we got to wrap up. When we say, like, people got to move, the industry is set up for you to become famous on the internet, and then people will come to you. Yep. That is a fact. The issue is, and I'm starting to learn this with more and more comics that I'm meeting and more comics that I talk to. Not everybody's built for that shit. Not everybody's built to do podcasts once a week. Motherfucker, we don't want to jump on the podcast every fucking time we got to do on the podcast.
Fucking late every day.
So, like, that's my point. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so to say to somebody, hey, we don't even clip up as much as we need to be clipping up on the podcast. That's not even like, that's just me and I'll start doing the clips, and then Terrance will come out, rattle off like 8 clips. Then I'll rattle off like 5 clips, and then Terrance will rattle off like 2 clips. I'll rattle off 1, Terrance rattle off 1, and then we stop. You get what I'm saying? Like, nobody wants it. Like, so to say, like, oh, you're going to blow up on the internet and they'll come to you. That shit ain't easy either, motherfucker.
It's not easy, but god damn it, man. Like, that shit's so far outside of my strong suit, too, on top of, like, everything else. Those motherfuckers
that shit outside of my strong suit, too, motherfucker.
No, I'm just saying. Motherfuckers got
you
teams.
Sound like niggas that other niggas I work with. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
I'm just fucking around, yo. I fucking hate when Loy does that shit. Why does he do that? Why does he do it? It's just everybody on audio does not know that he left the room, but he still does it.
Sometimes you just have to prove a point.
Stupid ass.
That's
but
me.
no. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Simpson. Just
my point is that some like we all have our strong suits, we all have our weaknesses, but none of our strong suit is doing clips or so. My strong suit is social media advertisement, and I think people don't understand it's a difference.
Yeah,
there's social media advertisement and social media. Like, social media is just people come to your shit. You get so popular that people want to see you. Excuse me, social media advertisement. I pay to do that shit, and I just spend less money than most people because I do it correctly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I gotta talk to you afterwards. I have a question.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So, at the end of the day, what I'm saying is that some people are really good at making numbers out of social media, and sometimes you just need to be in front of the people that can make other things happen for you, or get in front of people that might. Who's to say that we don't go up to New York? I'm booking a consultation with WTF Media, the guy who does Andrew Schultz shit.
Oh shit!
Right,
cool.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and the reason behind that, right, is we know how to do this. We know how to talk. We've been up for 1 hour and 32 minutes. It feels like we've been on the phone for like 30, 40.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, we know how to do this part, but that social media shit, that number shit,
it's a full-time job.
It's a full-time fucking job, bro.
That's what I'm getting at. Is it's a lot harder to do it when you're trying to fucking pay mortgages and put food on the table for others,
and be a husband and be a father and go out and try to do stand-up comedy and then.
So I wouldn't say that comics are lazy. It's just motherfuckers are stretched thin in some aspects.
No, okay. So this is what I mean by we lazy, right? When I say we lazy, bro, like Ray Jubilee is not. I don't think he has a kid. He doesn't have a wife, so he does have a. But that motherfucker has been on so many different shows in different states outside of Maryland. It's fucking ridiculous, right?
I mean,
for a guy who people don't really know that well, right? No. My point is this, right? The why people look at me and are like, oh, you put on good shows, but they don't realize like how many shows I've had to put on, how many shows I got in October, how many shows I've had in September. You get what I'm saying? Like, It's very stressful. So they look at me, they're like, oh, you work hard. And I'm like, bitch, I don't fucking do shit. Like, I stress myself out more than anything, because if I was to work hard, this shit would be a lot fucking easier. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're lazy, bro.
I don't want to disrespect Ray at all. I don't mean it like this. And I'm not coming at him at whatsoever. But getting booked out of state is not hard. What's hard for me specifically is making it make sense. Like leaving my house and go, okay, if I got to drive to, let's say, Chicago, all the states, it's going to take me 4 or 5 days to get there. I got to book shows between there and
4
there.
5 days.
If I were to drive.
You driving? How fast are you fucking driving?
Slow.
30 miles an hour, motherfucker? It's 2 days from from Los Angeles to Chicago, or Vegas to Chicago.
It's like 3 days. But the thing is, like, you got to make
2 days.
Listen, Eddie, you're missing the point. I have to make it make sense. So if it takes me 2 days to get there, I have to spend more time because I have to make money like every night comedy's only at night. So you got to go, okay, well, 2 days, that's 2 nights. So I got to find spots between there and here to get up. And then when I get there, I got to go, well, I got to also get spots on the way back. I got to make this make sense financially. Or am I just going out there to do one show out in Akron, Ohio for $50 and just bet on me? I mean, you can get, if you are good, if you're solid comic, you can go out and go anywhere. Wherever you are, you can go up and get stage time and get on shows. It's just a matter of getting there. Does the money make sense? And for a lot of us, it doesn't. So I think that being somewhere specific, it isn't, I don't know. I'm just saying getting out and getting up anywhere is not hard.
I'm not, it's 29 hours, so it's 2 days. All right. So I'm not saying that it is hard.
You had a loading screen for a moment. It sounded whistling.
We're good at this like talking thing.
Okay, that's not the song that I sung at all, bro. I just want to make
sure. Elevator
music.
It's hold music.
Okay. Anyway, people that's listening don't want to hear that. Right. Yeah. So the point I was making is not that traveling and its expenses are hard, easy, in between, whatever. Back in the day, what you just described is the way that you made it. Mm-hmm. Right? You have to travel a circuit. You got to book in other states. You got to fucking, what's the name? You got to get recognized by people. And then when people start recognizing you, that's how you get to go back. If you're not going to go on TV, if you're not going to be on TV a lot off the Brizzy, you kind of got to travel to get these followings up, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then if you get those followings up, it's actually a lot easier to get on TV because people in different states know who the fuck you are.
I got you. I'm just
saying. You get what I'm saying? So this is my point to you, Loy. Mm-hmm. This is my point that I'm making, right?
And
if you don't want to go to TV, I know you are. If you don't want to try to get on TV, which you did, like, because you were actor, right? If you want to go the route of being on TV and being an actor, of being an actor and being a comedian, it'll be a lot easier. If you want to go the route of being an Instagram person, a social media person, and a comedian, you can get it. But if you're going to go the route of being a comedian, you can't be in the smallest one of the smallest markets. DC is the second biggest market. Oh, I'm sorry, pause. It's LA, New York split top one, Atlanta, Texas, right?
Chicago.
So DC's Chicago. So DC's what? Maybe 5th or 6th biggest market, and it's small. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Vegas, who everybody that's already made it normally goes to.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like at the end of the day, like you have a lot of different things that you can pull off, right, to make it. There's no one way to make it. I'm just saying the better chances of you make it is probably go to one of the bigger fucking arenas. And then you might find out that this comedy shit ain't, as a full-time job, ain't for you. Like, I'm not going to New York thinking like, oh, comedy's my full-time job when I get to New York, and that's just what it is. I could get up to New York and find out in like the next 5-6 years, like, I probably should have stayed a producer. Like,
well, that's a skill set you can bring out there, you know, like that's a thing. So
I'm not though. So unless they watch the podcast, nobody, I swear to God, I told dude, Ibrahim was just on was in the comments. I told Ibrahim straight up, don't let nobody know what I do. If they find out what I do, they find out what I do. But I'm not fucking don't walk me into the room and be like, oh, he's the producer. Fuck you. No, I'm not. I don't know that guy. Or I'll point you to somebody else, bro. I'm not even. No, I'm done with this shit because you already know I hate when people call me the producer off the Brizzy, right? But what I have also found out from the last couple times I've been in New York, the motherfuckers and LA, and I haven't been to Texas, but I've met people from there. Every time people find I'm on producer, it
changes everything.
Everything. Yeah. But every time that they just hear me every time I've been introduced as a comic, it's been like, oh, okay, where you perform at? Or like, what clubs have you done? It's very common. It wasn't. If not, then it's like, oh, so you do a show? Like, where y'all do your show at? How many people is it? Like, you're literally scouting for opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. So no, nobody will know where the fuck I am except if I book them.
Okay.
Just being real.
Okay. Because I'm out here trying to figure out how to make how to produce shows out here. Because there's fucking money to be made out here.
I told you that a long time ago.
Yeah, I know. But it's still like trying.
But you live there. Because you still live there. Like if Terrance lives in Omaha, you're not in the biggest market. So DC, I live in DC. I'm from DC. Not in the biggest market. So it's putting on shows in our prospective cities. It's nothing, right? New York, LA, people do put on shows, right? One, those shows cost them a lot of money. They don't normally make any money off of them. The only people that we really know, only people that I know of that make actual money off their promotions is the one that we have is Damon, who we actually have on the show, right? Like not too many, like some of these guys make like maybe like $300, $400 that I know of, you know what I'm saying? Except the big guys like Tyler and them, they might make more and I don't know their pockets. So I'm not going to speculate, right? But the point I'm making is $300. I just said this to Tink. Me and Tink was out Friday. I just had this conversation with Tink. If I make $400 on a show and then I don't have that show again for a month, you basically want me to survive over $400 for the fucking month?
I made $400 this month. I made $400 this month.
Not even just thinking about that, bro. I can make $3,000 this month. Real life. I can make $3,000 this month. And next month make nothing.
Yeah.
The next month make $400. That means I made $3,400. Not to mention I risk money to put it up. So most likely I didn't even make that. That's what people forget. You know what I'm saying? It's like if I do a show and I make $1,500, that $1,500 has to go to trying to make more shows. Because if I spend that shit on my fucking life shit, then by the next month I'm gonna need that $1,500 again. And I don't have it because I gotta put it up for the show. I mean, I spent it on my fucking rent and shit, so I don't have any money to put up for the show. So if this show loses, I'm out either way. It's no money in this shit, bro. I'd rather, like, I literally explained this to somebody. It's easier for me to go play blackjack than it is for me to put on shows, you dumb motherfuckers.
Less
this
stress.
Is real shit.
Less fucking stress.
Way less stress, bro. I can go play blackjack. I can go play blackjack for 2 hours, take $100 in that bitch, play for 2 hours, walk out with $300 and see y'all tomorrow and be fine. Like every motherfucking day, bro. If I wanted to make my job I'm not even joking with you, Terrance. This is real shit. Like, bro, has anybody ever broke down what 100,000 is in a year? 100,000 in a year is like $270 a day or $230 a day.
Right.
Motherfucker, I can go make that shit at the casino. Easy. And for anybody who doesn't understand what I'm saying, motherfucker, no, I don't have to lose. That's the odds of a casino. If you got $3,000, you can make $300 very fast, very easy. It's up to you to get the fuck up and leave.
Yep.
What happens is most people don't.
You get that high, starts to hit that vein. Walk away.
Yeah, because I can make another $300. I can make another $200. That was easy. I can make another $100. I can make it. Yeah.
Bro, you out your fucking mind. $278 a day accounting for holidays. Accounting for holidays, $277 a day. That's all I gotta make to me or what's the name. So literally, I can go play blackjack with like $10,000 in my pocket, get up to 10-3, and walk the fuck out of the casino, and I'm at $100,000 a year. Shut the fuck up, bro.
Let's hit this music.
Yo, anything else? You got anything to plug?
That's it. I'm crying on the inside.
Ladies and gentlemen, if y'all coming out, if y'all in DC, make sure you come out to the DC Comedy Festival open mic. Yeah. Otherwise, I see y'all motherfuckers in New York, bitch.
With it. That's why I'm mad with it. With it. With it. That's why I'm mad with it. Straight out the trap with it. Whatever you want, whatever you need, it's on tab. Get it.